This is SCP Radio Network, coming to you live from Skylab Studios. Up next is the Super Tejano Friday Show with your host, DJ Fluffy.
Este es el Diva Takeover, todos no quieren escuchar, porque tocan la música alegre y se ponen todos a bailar. It's a Diva Takeover with DJ Mickey DNCC. Miles y miles de gente la escuchan y nadie les puede ganar. Están en SCP Radio, estación internacional. Si quieren lo mejor, no se vayan lejos. Aquí está el Diva Takeover.
You're watching SCP TV.
Los besos de mi boca no fueron suficientes para que te quedaras conmigo para siempre. No me alcanzó el cariño para verte contento. Te amaba como loca y no te diste cuenta. Me resultaron falsas todas tus palabras. Tus manos me mentían cuando me acariciaban. Dejé siempre rogarte para que te quedaras. Mi error fue darte todo cuando no vales nada. Me vas a extrañar, te apuesto lo que quieras, que vas a buscarme y vas a llorar, porque tú a mí jamás supiste valorarme. Te vas a acordar de todas nuestras travesuras, pero será muy tarde. Me vas a extrañar, porque un amor como este no fácil se olvida, y nadie sabrá hacer todas las cosas que yo te hacía. Pero fue un error entregar mi corazón a quien no lo merecía. Me vas a extrañar, te apuesto lo que quieras, que vas a buscarme y vas a llorar, porque tú a mí jamás supiste valorarme. Te vas a acordar de todas nuestras travesuras, pero será muy tarde. Me vas a extrañar, porque un amor como este no fácil se olvida, y nadie sabrá hacer todas las cosas que yo te decía. Pero fue un error entregar mi corazón a quien no lo merecía. Pero fue un error entregar
seguir la luna. Siempre y siempre sigue tus sueños. Sigue a tus sueños y sigue tu corazón. No dejes que tus miedos alejarte a tu destino. Y sigue a tus sueños y sigue tu corazón. No dejes que tus miedos alejarte a tu destino.
Suelo vi caer una flor que el sol pronto marchitó. Vino un viento y fuerte sopló y con él muy lejos llevó. La flor se cae, la hierba muere, invita al viento que se la lleve. Mas la palabra de Dios es fiel, guárdala siempre y vivirás.
Es probable que hoy me digas que sí, la vida debo gozar, pero el tiempo que vivimos aquí es tan corta como una flor.
Así soy yo, así eres tú, como quien viera los días hoy. Pero si quieres la vida eterna, recibe a Cristo en tu corazón. La flor se cae, la hierba muere, invita al viento que se la lleve. Mas la palabra de Dios es fiel, guárdala siempre y vivirás.
Así soy yo, así eres tú,
como quien viera los días hoy. Pero si quieres la vida eterna, recibe a Cristo en tu corazón. Así soy yo, así eres tú, como quien viera los días hoy.
amor que me juraste y qué has hecho de los besos que te di. ¿Y qué excusa puedes darme si fallaste y mataste la esperanza que hubo en mí? y qué grande es el destino que me hiere, y qué absurda es la razón de mi pasión, y qué necio es este amor que no se muere y prefiere perdonarte tu traición, y pensar que mi vida fuiste flama y es caudal, de mi gloria fuiste tú, y llegué a quererte con el alma, y hoy me mata de tristeza tu actitud. Ya que debo, dime entonces tu abandono, y en qué ruta tu promesa se perdió, y si dices la verdad yo te perdono, y te llevo en mi recuerdo junto a Dios. Fuiste flama y el caudal de mi gloria fuiste tú, y llegué a quererte con el alma, y hoy me mata de tristeza tu actitud. Ya queremos, dime entonces tu abandono, y en qué ruta tu promesa se perdió, verdad yo te perdono y te llevo en mi recuerdo junto a Dios, junto a Dios, junto a
mujer, la que amabas según con toda tu alma, la misma que tú dejaste abandonada, de la que tú te burlabas al ver que te lloraba. Soy esa misma mujer, la que siempre fue fiel mientras que me engañabas. mujer.
All right, once again, how you doing, everybody? Your boy DJ Fluffy, the King of the Airways, along with the Divas, the Redhead, and Mickey D here.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing?
Good. It's been
After,
so
what, 2
long.
weeks? 2 weeks that we took off?
Like a month or
Well, I mean, hey, sometimes we got stuff that comes up and we take care of it, and the family got to go on vacation. So, hey, but we're back. We're back already. We're back, and we got a lot to talk about. There's a whole bunch. Yeah. So how's everybody doing? Mary Jane, how you doing, Mary Jane?
Good, I just got off work.
Yeah, how's it going?
Yeah, how's it going with your new job?
Woo, it's going, that's for sure. My boss had told me it was going to be a fixer-upper, but I didn't think it should have been more of a condensed store. I'm putting it together and I'm trying to build a team. So, it's a work in progress, but we got a lot done. The first week that I started, I have, very limited availability for my employees, very limited. And we had markdowns, transfers of over 2,000 units. I'm brand new manager. Yeah, so it was like, welcome.
Here you go. Ta-da, surprise. There you go,
so
right?
she paid me a surprise visit on Thursday to see how it was going. I was like, oh my gosh. It's like, you told me it was a lot of work, but you didn't tell me A, B, C, D, E, F, G didn't get done. So I'm putting it together, It's just like they had the flood. They had a water leak. They had the ceiling cave in.
Oh my God.
And you would think they would have cleaned it up, right? But they left everything in place. And I was just like, okay, there's boxes and sheetrock on the water fountain.
Wow.
What the heck? And yeah, so you know me, I can't work in clutter. I can't live in clutter. And yeah, it's been a work in progress. But this week is a lot better. The store's coming together. I'm hiring. I hired an assistant manager today. Woo!
Yeah.
So I'll get some kind of coverage. So it's looking good.
How much you charge for an hour? Maybe I can bring you to my house. Get rid of all my clutter.
For what?
So you can get rid of my clutter in my house.
I don't charge.
Okay. Hey, come on over then.
Hey,
I'll buy you a bottle. I'll buy you a bottle. I'll buy you a bottle of Blue Chair Bay.
We drank them all.
There's no more.
No, my Star, it was so funny because, I left the other job, I agreed to go help them out every so often, but I haven't been back. But Star had said, Mom, the fact that you haven't been a store manager in 8 years, I didn't think it was that long, but it's 8 years. She was just like, for them to know your reputation of picking up and, getting the store back in order, she goes, you should feel good. And I was like, I didn't think about it. They're like, yeah, if you want something fixed, call Mary Jane.
Do they know that you're a celebrity?
That's on the download.
That's on the download.
Yeah, we keep that on the download.
Right? Because, they might see you on TV one day. That's like one day I told my boss, hey, you know what? I'm not feeling good. I need to take the day off. The next day he calls me into the office and he says, Jose, why did I see you on the news? Why did I see you on Fox 26?
No, but when I was interviewing for the job, I had told him, that I work at the radio station. I have my own business. I do a lot of different things for the community. And I'm a public figure, so I do a lot of stuff in the music business, been inducted into the Hall of Fame and stuff like that. And they're like, how are you going to work this in? It's like, I've been doing this for the last 10 years. Yeah. I've made it work. It's not going to interfere. And I go, plus my office hours are from 10 p.m. to 2 in the morning. Just ask these guys.
Yeah, we get things that took on more. Oh, there goes Mary Jane. She's starting to work.
There you go. So how did you get your name Mary Jane, if you don't mind me asking?
No, that's my name.
That's her name?
That's her name.
What?
That's my name.
I thought it was like Scarlet or...
No, it was Cici Castillo. That's my name.
On the radio.
On the radio.
I remember that.
When I was working at Y92, it was Candy Cisneros, but when JJ Jimenez, I was only 16 on the radio. He didn't like that name for me. He said it sounded like a stripper, a stripper name. So he wanted to, give me a different name. And we fought about it for maybe about 6 months. And finally, after he kept introducing me as Cici Castillo, I just went with it, because he was a program director, so it's like, it's whatever. So it was Cici Castillo, and that's what everyone knew me by. And then when I started working with Epi Martinez, Epi and Friends, he was introducing me to everybody as Mary Jane. He refused to call me by my radio name. So when I'm at the store, I go to, I hear Cici and I'm looking, it's like, okay, they're calling me. And a lot of people for a long time did not know that my real name was Mary Jane. So they would get confused, and when I was putting stuff on Facebook, they were just like, wait, isn't that Cece Castillo? That's not Mary Jane. And it's like, oh. So I had several times to clarify that Mary Jane is my real name. Cece Castillo is my radio name from back in the 90s.
No, actually, what it is, she's loaded. Whether you believe it or not, she's loaded.
I wish I was loaded.
She's the owner of CC's Pizza. That's what it comes from. That's what it is. She don't want to say it, but that's what it is. This goes loaded. This goes loaded, man.
No.
Me and my granddaughters ate at Peter Piper today. So sorry.
Yeah, you know, she's actually the owner of CC Pizza. That's what it is. She doesn't want nobody to know.
No. I'm not.
All right.
Not
All
bad.
right. Well, we got a good friend, Jose Vega, here in the studio. He wants to talk about event that he's helping out with. So why don't you tell us?
Well, you know, the history of the Gathering of Eagles goes a long way. It's a group made up of veterans. The majority of them are World War II veterans, believe it or not. Yeah, some of them are 95 years old. Some of them are 98. And unfortunately, you know, of course, you know, some of them passed on to fight a bigger war, and they're looking out after us. This is to give thanks to some of the veterans who are still here, that are World War II veterans, Korean War veterans, Vietnam veterans. This event specifically is going to be held at Forest Park, Lawndale. And if you're from Magnolia, you already know where that's at.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not, well, then it's not too hard to find, right? Forest Park, Lawndale. Just look it up, 6900 Lawndale Street, Lawndale Street in Houston, Texas. And this is what it is. It's the public is invited. It's a Memorial Day commemoration to all men and women who have served and died in battle, in foreign wars. A lot of them have been forgotten, but we are not those that forget. And the reason why we're still here, the reason why we still have our constitutional rights, the reason why we're still able to fly the American flag is because of these individuals who fight our battles for us. While we're out here barbecuing and having a good time and jamming to Tejano music and jamming to any kind of music, these soldiers are out there fighting for us. So this is a celebration day for them, honoring them. We're going to have an honor guard for the POW MIA, which is prisoners of war missing in action. There's a lot of soldiers out there that are still missing in action, some that die in action that are not found. And one thing that we want to recognize is that our soldiers, that sometimes they're not politically driven. They just go out there and fight, and they defend each other as friends, because they get to know each other as brothers and sisters, you know. So they don't listen to all the political BS that's what's going on because we're fighting for this reason or that reason. They're out there to save each other's butt. That's what they're out there to do. And so at the end, we're recognizing the fact that these soldiers are out there sacrificing their own lives. A lot of these kids don't know what they're signing up for, but they still get sent out.
Yeah.
And they're scared. You're talking about 18-year-olds that are out there fighting against 30-year-old veterans that know how to pull a trigger. These kids have never even shot someone, and it's nerve-wracking for them to even pull a trigger.
Yeah.
But they have. So we want to recognize all these fallen soldiers, whether they have been 40 years old, 60 years old, 20 years old, or 18 years old. We want to celebrate this Monday at 11 o'clock at Forest Park, Lawndale, right there in the heart of Magnolia, not too far away from the freeway. You can easily get there, easily accessible. We're going to have free hot dogs for the kiddos. We're going to have a celebration for of course, the veterans. We're going to have a celebration for the POWs and the MIAs. And just to let people know that, you know, we still recognize these soldiers, you know, not just the ones that are Vietnam, Korean, and we're recognizing also post 9/11, those that have fought in Enduring Freedom, Desert Shield, Desert Storm, the War on Terror, Afghanistan, Iraq, because we have a lot of fallen soldiers out there, and we want to give them the resources to find resources to get them jobs, to get you have a lot of homeless individuals out there that are actual you know, that are actual veterans. And while you might see someone acting like they're a veteran, you have out of maybe 10 homeless people, there's that one veteran who actually is going through trauma, PTSD. So there's a lot more plans that we have, you know, later in the future, but this is one start. Mr. Dr. Elias Sanchez, the Gathering of Eagles, are the ones who started this. And we're going to continue to do this here with several of the LULAC members, several of the LULAC councils, LULAC Council 4968, LULAC Council 2911, LULAC 4967. I still have yet to figure out how we come up with these numbers, but we are part of that LULAC council,
Okay.
those LULAC councils. So yes, thank you so much SCP Radio for allowing us to be out here. You guys have always been about community, never close the door on us. So thank you so much for allowing us to be out here and recognizing our veterans and recognizing our fallen soldiers and recognize those who are forgotten. Now, I must say, besides all those who are recognized to be fallen, we're also got to look at those who are fallen that are in special forces. Special forces are very, very, very important. While we're out here barbecuing, they're probably out there battling for our freedom.
Mhm.
And we don't recognize them because we don't know about them, because they're not supposed to tell us about them. Yes, we see it on the movies, we see it in Hollywood, but at the same time, we have to recognize our special forces as well, our Navy SEALs, our Green Berets, our Rangers, our Delta Force. We need to recognize all those individuals as well. So thank you so much, Fluffy. Thank you so much. And I don't know if I can call you Fluffy.
That's my name. It's been like that ever since. Now, let me tell you something. Let me ask you a question. You brought all this up right here. Today it's kind of funny that you're talking about the this stuff going on here. But everybody knows I'm an Uber driver, and today I picked up this lady. She was 99 years old, and we were just talking, and then she was talking about Memorial Day coming around. So you know that they do all this Memorial Days event, and they always, the first thing is World War II, this, and all that kind of here. He goes, but they never say nothing about World War One.
Right.
He goes, they forget about World War One. He goes, my husband was in there, and my husband's still alive. And I'm like, what? There's no way. He goes, yeah, he's in our nursing home. He goes, but I don't know, but he goes, they never bring up people from World War One. I'm like, yeah. Started thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, it's true. It's always World War II, Korean, Vietnam.
Right.
But never World War One. And she was like, that's where everything started at. And I said, okay, well, yeah, you got a good point there.
And I think that's the reason why Dr. Elias allowed us to be a part of this. Is because we think outside the box.
Yeah.
And it's not just your traditional deals that we're dealing with. We're dealing about with soldiers that have not just recognized World War II and Korean, and we recognize those who even worked in the UN peacekeeping forces.
Yeah.
People that worked in Bosnia and different places. And so there's a lot of huge projects that we got coming up. We're going to decorate this to the full extent. We're going to have ceremonies. We're going to have guest speakers, keynote speakers. It's going to be an awesome event there. So remember this, Monday, if you have nothing to do, come to Forest Park, Lawndale. It's in the barrio. It's right there in Magnolia.
Just tell them right next to Fantasia.
Right next to Fantasia.
Yeah, everybody know where that is.
Do you remember about Fantasia?
Hey, and that's where it's actually tell Fantasia is right next to it. Right next door to it. There's some Fantasia, and they know where it's at.
You know what I enjoy about it, and one thing that I've always said about Tejano bands and Tejano artists, that when you put 10 bands that are Tejano artists, 9 out of those 10 bands always send a shout out to our U.S. military.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you even got Jaime, who used to be with Jaime Los Chamanes,
Yeah.
who has an American accordion.
Yeah.
And he always sends a shout out to our U.S. Armed Forces. Because at the end of the day, we need to encourage, not discourage.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to do. This is not politically driven. This is something that's nonpartisan. And we need to just support our men and women in service. Vanessa Guillen, Joe Campos Torres, and all these other. I know that there's so many people that don't know who Marcario Garcia is, and that's one of our streets down there. He was discriminated against as being an honorable veteran. He was discriminated in Sugarland and wasn't allowed to eat at a restaurant because he was brown skinned.
Yeah.
So that's Marcario Garcia. So for whoever doesn't know who Marcario Garcia is, that's the story behind him. And that's the reason why you go to Magnolia, there's Marcario Garcia Street, and it's named after him. And that's why his mural is out there.
Yeah, on the fire department.
So so thank you so much for allowing us to be here. We got a good friend, Jesus, from Ejemplo. and Elida y todos más, ¿verdad?
All right, well,
Pero llegó a tiempo though. ¿verdad? they say that the best always comes last.
there you go.
Right? So there you go.
All right, well, we're going to take a little commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Órale. Gracias.
Yeah.
Let me take a picture.
y mi alma de tanto llorar está muerta por una ingrata mujer que me dejó y nunca más vuelvo a verla. Eso se lo dejo a Dios y Él borrará mi tristeza. Y ya no ha de volver, al fin ni quiero que vuelva. Dios mío, ten compasión, te estoy pidiendo clemencia, y yo también soy hijo tuyo, y sufro por el orgullo de esta mujer sin conciencia. Eso se lo dejo a Dios y Él borrará mi tristeza. Si ya se fue, ¿qué ha de hacer? Y ya no ha de volver, al fin ni quiero que vuelva. Yo tengo compasión, te estoy pidiendo clemencia, y yo también soy hijo tuyo, y sufro por el orgullo de esta mujer amorcito que yo soñé. Yo por las noches me sueño con su amor, donde me dice que yo soy su gran amor. ¿Dónde andará? ¿Dónde andará? ¿Dónde andará? Aquí le espera mi corazón. Es muy bonita, es muy hermosa y yo la quiero. Ella es mi amor. Ella me dijo que de veras me quería. Me dio un besito y yo me enamoré. Quiero abrazarla, quiero besarla y quiero amarla con todo mi corazón. Ella me dijo que quería estar conmigo, me dio un besito y yo me enamoré. Quiero estar con ella toda la vida y muy juntitos gozaremos nuestro amor. ¿Dónde andará? ¿Dónde andará? ¿Dónde andará? Sé que me quiere como la quiero yo. Ella me dijo que me quería, me dio un besito muy sabrosón. ¿Dónde andará? ¿Dónde andará? ¿Dónde andará? Aquí le espera mi corazón. Es muy bonita, es muy hermosa y yo la quiero. Ella es mi amor. Ella me dijo que de veras me quería. Me dio un besito y yo me enamoré. Quiero abrazarla, quiero besarla y quiero amarla con todo mi corazón. Ella me dijo que quería estar conmigo, me dio un besito y yo me enamoré. Quiero estar con ella toda la vida y muy juntitos gozaremos nuestro amor.
All right, once again, your boy DJ Fluffy, the king of the airways. We're back here with las divas, la redhead, y la Mickey D.
Cheers. Now they recognize us.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
they
yeah.
recognize without a cup.
But look, we got a drinking buddy.
Yeah.
Not one, but two.
Woo. Cheers.
Hey, I want to say shout out to Sam J. He's watching también, Mr. Sam J.
Saludos.
Saludos, Sam J. He had a show yesterday, no? Or Wednesday? Oh, he wasn't able to do it? Yeah, he has
This
a
is-
he has
this
shows
is
on
them, right?
Wednesdays.
Man
What is-
Cave Kings.
That was yesterday.
Oh, it's
That's Thursday show. Yeah, that's Thursday show.
That's a show.
Lorenzo's on.
Wrong show, ma'am.
Wrong
And,
show.
then-
Oops,
and
sorry.
¿quién más? Who else is joining us?
We got, let me see. David Casas.
What's up,
join.
David?
Saludos.
Salud, David. Sarah Aguilar.
Okay.
Hello, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
David
Alright.
Casas.
David Casas.
Saludos.
We haven't seen David Casas in a while.
In a
Where
while.
you been, bro?
Wait, I don't even have him on Facebook, David.
Saludos, saludos, everyone. We're so glad to be back.
I know. I mean, 2 weeks off. It's
seems
so
like it's
so
forever.
crazy.
Is this it right here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
A ver, búscame.
it's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. 2 weeks off. But we have to send the CEO. Well, he
But
had to
we
take
were
vacation.
still working,
We were still
though.
working. We were still working. We were doing our rounds. We were going here, doing our things. So we're always busy.
I was at the.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say Mary Jane
Yeah, I
was
was like,
out
wait.
last week.
Yeah, Mary Jane was out. I'm telling you what, Mary Jane does a lot for the station. She's out. She's the one. Half of the time, she's the one that goes to most of the events, but we can't make it. We work so late. I don't know how she does it, but I mean, she's out and about taking care of stuff. That's why she's Wonder Woman.
That's what
exactly.
I tell everybody. They're like, "How do you do it?" It's like, I am Wonder Woman. I have a full-time job. I'm a mom. I have my side jobs, and I go out of town, and I come back and go to work, and then I go back out of town and come back to work. I go back and forth.
I appreciate whatever you do.
Hey,
I appreciate.
She does a lot. She does a lot for us, and we tell her that we appreciate it. I treat her like my little sister. Sometimes I get on her ass and today you're not going nowhere with them.
I get scolded.
Yeah, but because she does too much. I mean, sometimes she's traveling at 3 o'clock in the morning. I say, you get to calm down,
but
man.
that's the best time to travel. There's no one on the
road. No. There's no cops, no stop. But there's always running to damn pigs and deers on the road.
That's because I go down the freaking county road. The deers need to wait till I go by.
They're like, I have the right of way, not you.
Has there been any incidents with any pigs?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at her car. It's full of duct tape. The whole front is duct tape.
Yeah, it could have been the damage. Could have been so much
that
worse.
gorilla tape. It works good. She gets sponsored there, man. That's the whole car together.
Yeah, my whole car's been held together.
I'm gonna have to give you a couple of rolls for Christmas.
You know why you should pick them up as a sponsor? Huh?
Yeah.
Exactly. We know it works.
My car. Thank God my car doesn't have that much damage. But yeah, the last time I hit a pig on the county road, and then I just saw it in my rear mirror, just going.
Pero no se paró. No se paró.
I was barely gonna say that. Oye, qué mala.
No se paró.
Stop.
Le digo, hey man, you left a lot of goddamn bacon out there, man.
No, I had to wait. I had to wait till I got to a gas station. I was so scared to get out of my car. It's like, oh, my car's so screwed up. And then I looked. I was like, oh, it's not that bad. Okay.
I can imagine the pig flying over
Yes.
the car. And she's like,
Poor pig.
I saw it in the mirror just rolling.
Imagine what your deal dancer would have said.
You forgot dinner. You left dinner behind.
You thought that bacon over there, man. Gee, wow.
Los tamales.
Right?
All right, well, we got our next guest here.
He needs no introduction.
You shouldn't.
Everyone
knows
knows who you are.
who he is.
And if they don't know,
if they don't,
it's like,
something
who
wrong.
doesn't know
Like,
Jesus?
who are you playing with today? Who are you today?
Yeah, who are you playing with?
Wait. That don't sound too good.
No, mal le falta.
Our good friend Jesus here, man. He's here. He's come talking about an event he's gonna have tomorrow.
You're
not
busy.
tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.
He's
So
busy this
yeah,
weekend.
he's busy.
Buenas noches. I want to say hi to everybody and thank DJ Fluffy and Mary Jane and everybody for having me here tonight.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
very
coming.
much.
Yeah, we've been trying to get him for a long time, and finally,
Seriously,
but we
man.
know you're busy, man. Hey, tell us before we go here. Tell us a little bit, man. People that don't know, how do you? At what age did you get started in the music business?
Man, let me tell you, I got professionally. I want to say I started touring probably when I was 14.
Okay.
But I've been playing since I was probably 7 or 8. Vengo de Mexico. I'm actually from Mexico City, and I started playing over there. And
The dog is from Mexico City.
His fan.
No les gusta la gente de Mexico City.
no le gustan los chilangos, right? So I'm actually from Mexico City, and I came over and I started playing here at the cantinas. When I was in middle school, and I even got in trouble. Somehow it got to the ears of the principal that I was playing at the cantinas. I was 9 years old, 10 years old, and I got in trouble. My mom got in trouble. But then my mom said, well, how do you know? And it was one of the substitute teachers that we had.
Then
my mom said, well, wait a minute. What is your teacher doing over there at the cantina? Right?
Turn it around.
So she kind of turned it around, and Mexican mom, and no, pues mi hijo no le va a hacer nada.
But you know what? Back in the day, the parents took us to the cantinas, and we would go sleep on the benches and the chairs, make them into beds.
I remember that, being at a family, like a quinceañera or a boda. Actually, in Mexico, that's what my mom used to say. She said that I used to sleep. My dad's a keyboard player, by the way, from Mexico City as well. And she said that she used to put me to sleep right next to my dad while he was performing when I was 2 or 3 years old on his keyboard case.
Oh, nice.
So maybe that's how I.
You got into the keyboard stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been traveling since I was 14.
So your dad, it was in a band in Mexico?
Yeah, he's still out there. His name, shout out to my dad, Apolinar Hernandez. Saludo, pa, te quiero mucho.
What band did you play with?
Él tocaba in that time. He was with he had recorded his second, big, what's it called, LPs?
LPs.
Back in 1982, 81 por ahí. With Los Platillos Voladores.
Oh.
Then he moved on from there, and then he was with the Exploradores del Ritmo. And I can't keep up, but he's been. I still keep in touch with them.
Okay.
But yeah, since then, man, so then I got to start traveling professionally with La Traición.
Okay.
I was actually, man, I was at the Tejano Awards at the age of 14, man. It was awesome. It was great for me. I was very happy. I got in trouble with my mom, of course, because I missed a lot of school. Then my first tour was it was in New Mexico and then Colorado. La Traición was hot back then.
Yes, I
They
remember.
were on the radio a lot, and they didn't know any Spanish. They didn't speak Spanish. So I remember being like,
The interpreter.
not really. They'll be like, hey, wake me up from the van. I'm like, where we at? It was cold, freezing, snowing and shit. Where we at? Like, man, radio interview. And I'm like, okay. In Espanol, I did the Spanish radio interviews at a very young age, man.
So,
I can say that La Traición was made up of many stars.
A lot.
Johnny Cruz.
Yes, he played with us as well.
Yes.
Pablo,
Yeah.
of course.
You had Lawrence from.
Yes, when I started, Lawrence was there. Yes, bro. Fonseca, dude, yes. Cesar Lara, my compadre, the drummers, and eventually, he went with K1, then I went with K1, and man, a lot of people came from Traición, like really.
Yes. Yeah.
¿Quién más? Tony, Titanic. Shout out to Tony Titanic. He's now opening up for Cumbia Kings in Mexico and stuff like that. So, man, that's a good point.
Yeah,
a lot of us.
Very good point because you can still, if you YouTube the videos of La Traición,
You'll
see them.
You guys are all young.
Yeah, bro, I seen it.
He just called you old.
Hey,
I think he just called you old.
I think call you old.
Tenía pelo.
pelo.
Tenía pelo y era negro, güey. I used to have hair,
They
man.
mistake it for Gavino for nosotros.
Yes, you know what? Speaking about La Traición, we're having a reunion show in June or July.
cool. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
It's gonna be. You were there last time, if I'm not mistaken. It was at Kima Boardwalk.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure you're gonna be there. Last time I seen you out there.
Well, yeah, we go to the
Yeah.
things.
Was with Nagami at the
Oh,
time.
Okay,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yes.
So it's going to be in June. Do you
we're
know the
gonna
date?
have I don't know.
Not yet? Okay.
You know what?
Or
I
is
have a
this-
calendar. I just don't keep up with it. But I do. I know it's in July or June.
So Fonseca's gonna be out there and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a reunion. We're gonna try to bring Fonseca,
wow.
everybody, whoever.
Cool.
Yeah.
Whoever was part of La Traición in the last few years when I was there. I was actually traveling with them for 9-10 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Like a long time. I'm probably the longest member there. Seriously.
Wow.
Out of all of them.
One of their hit songs was Para que quiero un
Para que
corazón.
quiero. Yes, right.
Yes.
Well, the first one was Quiero amarte, quiero amarte.
There you go.
Yeah, back in Cacucucade.
Yes.
Man, oh man, I miss those days.
A lot of history there, man.
Yes. So from there, I think I moved on. Let's see. We opened up for we opened up for Cumbia Kings back then and Fama, and we did a lot of tours with Fama and Jaime Los Chamacos. It was like Traición, Jaime Los Chamacos, and Fama. We did that for many months.
That was in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Mid 90s.
Más o menos.
Yeah.
Como
Yeah.
1996, 97 por ahí.
Oh, okay.
And then we were just three of us together. Oh shit, I'm sorry. It was like a pack. It was like a package deal.
Yeah.
You get Traición, you get a Jaime Los Chamacos, and you get a Grupo Fama. And man, we were everywhere. Like in Wisconsin, West Texas, para Laredo, the border towns everywhere.
Alaska.
Almost. Wisconsin was the farthest one that we went, I think. We did Colorado, we did New Mexico, we did all those. It was fun, man. It was fun.
Cool.
And well, de ahí ya me fui para, with the guys, the guys from K1, the ex Cumbia Kings, and then with Nando. Then I did Negami for.
Yeah, you were with Negami for a while.
I was Negami. I think I did one or two albums with Negami. Can't remember. Wait a minute. I see my picture right there. That's me.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I think that's one of the. I think that's the last album that I did with Negami.
Okay.
You're the good looking one, right?
Yeah, with hair. Wait, no. I'm sorry, no hair. I see Mia there. Look at that. So then, I went with David, and then with Elida. I just left Elida in January.
So you're not with Ellie anymore?
I'm no longer with
Okay.
Elida. It was fun. It was about a year and a half. It was great. It was fun. I loved it. And I'm back with David.
Okay.
I'm actually David's band director now, so.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
But he's touring. Yes,
Good job. Yay.
I'm gonna see him tomorrow. He's been touring a lot in Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yes,
guy's
he
been-
has.
He's got a show here with us tomorrow at the event, and then on the 29th he goes back to Mexico. Back, I don't even think he's here yet. Is he here?
I haven't seen
I-
anything. I haven't
we
seen
got-
anything.
I gotta text him, make sure he's gonna be there
Oh,
tomorrow.
if he says
He'll
he's
fly
gonna
in tomorrow and
He'll fly
Yeah,
in
he'll be
he'll
there.
fly in tomorrow.
Yeah, you know he's very busy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
overall, been
Yeah, we tell him,
I'll
hey,
be
man,
busy.
as busy as you are, I said you should get your own private jet. You know,
Neta que sí.
See?
You know.
Yes, okay, he goes from San Luis, and
Yeah.
man, he played in front of like 100,000 people just
Yeah.
last week.
Yes, yes.
Negami had a sold out show in San Luis.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
yes.
man, I mean, the love that when I used to play over there in Mexico with Negami, the love that we get out there is. I
It's
just
different.
hate
It's different.
It is so different.
Yeah.
That's what I told him. Because
Big
when I
time
went to
different.
Monterrey with Tony
Big
Sainz and
time.
Cindy Ramos, the onda is different. They appreciate and really
They
love the
enjoy the
music,
music.
and they know every word to every
Yes.
song.
I mean,
oh my goodness.
most of the Negami
Yes.
songs that Carlos has, they're original from
Yeah.
Carlos or Peter or Eldon, and it's just amazing how
Yes.
you get 40,000 people out there
And then-
singing
and they know
your
it.
original song. And you're
Yes,
like, what?
yes, and all you gotta do is sing a couple of verses and then stop, and they sing
Yes.
the rest of the song. It is so
That's amazing.
awesome. Oh, it's a beautiful
it's an
thing.
amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling.
It's a beautiful thing. It's like you get more love over there than you do here.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately,
I didn't want to say that, but
No,
yes.
but
Yeah,
let's
you
keep
know
it
what?
real. We're gonna keep
Yeah,
it
yeah,
real.
it's true. It's
It's
true.
the
I did not
truth.
want to say that either, but yeah, I feel like Monterrey
We
is
say it
my-
all the
is
time.
my
We say it all the time.
second house.
It's true.
We say it all the time.
It's true.
And-
Monterrey es como si me
Yeah.
fuera mi segunda casa. Mira, yo estuve ahí en el 2016. I was there probably not even, maybe a week, okay? I got a call from Nacho Lozano from La Firma,
Oh, nice.
and I went and started recording, like, not even a week after being in Monterrey with Nacho Lozano from La Firma, guys from Desigual, from Fiebre Loca. Man, it was just great. My experiences in Monterrey, they've always been
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's the truth. I mean, we experienced that when Carlos had his, what was it, 20-year reunion on the 20-year
25 the 25th
anniversary.
anniversary, yes.
Okay,
I
well,
was
he,
there.
well,
Yeah,
well, yeah.
we
Remember,
did.
he did an event at El Diamante Negro.
Mhm.
It was like 30 people. It was like sad, and then the following week he went to Monterrey and
Packed.
put a picture like
Thousands
Yes.
of
thousands of
Yes,
people.
yes.
Like, really? I mean, come on, I
Yes.
mean, you know.
Desafortunadamente
Yeah.
así es, pero it is what it is.
Yeah.
We still out here.
Oh yeah,
We still
Yeah.
out
yeah,
here.
yeah.
You
So-
know, the love of Tejano music. I've been playing Tejano music since I started actually.
Yeah.
Even though I'm from Mexico City, and allá se escucha pura cumbia, casi Tejano en México sí no se escucha, del DF casi no. Es pura cumbia romántica, cumbia grupera, de Pegaso, de los Mieros, claro, mis grupos favoritos. But my heart's with Tejano music.
Yeah.
I've been Tejano music forever.
Cool.
Forever.
Well, and you're here today to promote because you're doing an event
Claro.
May 27, which is tomorrow.
Mañana tenemos un
So-
evento aquí in Spring Branch, which is actually the area where I grew up. That's my neighborhood. I call it my hood.
Mhm.
We have a big event. We have 5 bands. We have Alex Cruz y su Quinto Imperio, which is a regional mexicano. So it's actually from Spring Branch as
Yeah.
well, and he's pretty out there. He's been to Vegas. He's been playing with Nathaniel Cano and stuff like that. He's got like I want to call it regional mexicano, pero él está tocando como norteño, banda
Okay.
norteño, algo así se llama. Pero toca muy bien el chavo. He's an upcoming artist and he's doing great on his own. I love that. Then we got Grupo Sensible, which is Ramon on
Jose.
on accordion,
Yeah.
and Jose, yes. Then of course you got my band El Ejemplo. Then we got Negami, and then we got a special guest, David Olivares. So it's gonna be it's a great event. It's actually the first Memorial Weekend Bash that they have here at the Zone.
Oh, nice.
And then look at the pre-sale tickets.
I was about to say $15. Hey, that's
you
good.
You have
Yeah, for
two
all
of
those
them,
bands.
two major Tejano artists, which is Negami and David Olivares, and for $15 plus, you get
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, but
You
total,
get the
hey,
handle.
a total of 5 bands. Hey,
Yeah.
that's
For
hey,
$15
$15.
a pre-sale,
Yeah,
man.
so
So
that's
you
$3.
can't beat
$3
that.
a band.
$3 band. Yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
So
great.
the advice that I
It
would
tastes better
give
with
is
Go ahead.
say, start finding your
Drink
babysitters
yours
as of
is
today.
Yes. Please do, and you still have a chance to get pre-sale tickets at the Zone. You go to what's
until what day is gonna be the pre-sale tickets?
Hasta mañana.
¿A qué horas?
Mañana a las 4 paran.
Se paran.
Tomorrow after 4 p.m. no more pre-sale tickets.
And then they'll be how much?
Right. They'll be I think either 20 or 25. I'm not sure how much they're charging at the door. We
You know what? You got a good lineup here.
even if he's $25, $25, he's
It's
like
still worth it.
he's
It's still
like
worth
paying
it.
$5 a band.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love this. Salud. Salud, discúlpame. This tastes great. I love it.
And you know, these are all local bands.
Well,
For the most part, I would say.
well, we're from Houston, but I mean, I wouldn't consider them local as being
No, but
local,
they're
you know, right?
international. They play
Yes.
in Mexico. So
Yeah, they're
they are
crossover bands.
they're-
Well, David's from.
Well, but we're
Yeah,
from
but-
we're from here, from Houston, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
local
yes.
Houston
Todos.
bands, yeah.
Todos somos de aquí de Houston. Pero sí, los quiero invitar a todos. Por eso vine aquí, gracias a la invitación que me hizo DJ Fluffy. Y gracias que me dio este espacio para poder invitar a todos. And he wants to say something. Go ahead.
Matter of fact, we got 2 tickets that we're gonna be giving away.
That's right.
So in order, if you want to get these tickets, you got to let me know what 5 bands are gonna be playing. He just said them right now. So you can send us a message on our Facebook page. Text me, text Mary Jane, Mickey D, and tell us the name, and you got 2 free tickets for tomorrow.
That's
So
right.
hey, if you want to go out tomorrow, you want to take your baby mama, side chick, your little midget, lo que quieras llevar. Hey, I got 2 tickets for
Say
you.
your little midget.
Oh yeah, man.
Have you actually seen that?
Oh yeah.
Well, why do you
Why
think
they
that we
pose
got
there?
the pole?
There's
They got a pole
Yeah,
because
there's
he
a
wanted
reason. There's a
midget.
reason why I pose there.
Dude, there's a camera team. I'm looking over here all the time. I'm sorry, guys. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm nervous because I was here late. Unfortunately,
You weren't late. You just not. You're good. But hey, this is gonna be a good event, man. Y'all need to go check it
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
Please do.
So in the morning you can go to the, well, this is May 29th. Yours is on
Monday.
yours is Monday. Yeah. So this is May 29th. Monday we can go to this one. You can go to that one tomorrow. Take your break, rest Sunday, and then Monday morning you can get up and then you can go to one of Forest Park.
That's right.
And then go out there. Yeah.
Where we're gonna honor our veterans.
Yes.
Of course. And I know that if Jesus can be there, he'll do whatever
Yes.
he can to be there.
I'm gonna be a little busy running everything, but I
But-
will try to. But you know what? You were telling me about the September event. I want to be there.
Yes,
I want to be a
yes.
part of it, actually.
Yes,
Oh,
of course.
cool.
That's why I talked to him.
All right, good. There you go.
So there you go.
We need-
Now,
we
¿cómo
need to
le
get
haces eso, man? I mean, playing with these bands here and there, how do you do it, man, to stay on top of it, man?
Well, a lot of people think that I just play here, and there. Well, it looks like that, but I always have a main band. Always. Like if when I was with the Elida, I was just with Elida, and I was hardly playing with anybody else because Elida was very busy every weekend.
Yeah.
2-3 days out of the weekend. Then when I was with Nagami, I mean, I focused with Nagami. When I was with DJ Kane, I focused with DJ Kane. But I always have, like for example, right now, okay. They call me to help out my group. I call him my padrino,
Ruben.
Ruben Loredo.
Mhm.
I love him, man. He's been. Let me tell you a little story about that. We'll take a little break from this. I started with Traición when I was 13, 14. Okay. So when I was 14, I was skinny, tiny, estaba chiquitillo, and I was already touring with them, and I was wearing the old keyboard player's shirt. At that time, I was probably like a small or medium. This guy must have been like a 2X. I saw a picture. When I was in Laredo, Texas, with Mr. Laredo right next to me, and Jesse Fonseca. My shirt looks like a big dress. Like I was tiny, man. The shirt was like it was like. So Mr. Laredo. Don't tell nobody. I never say this in the air.
Well, you doing it right now.
But I'm old now. So he used to see me. I was nervous. I was just a little kid, and for me I used to play a Fantasia a lot. ¿Cómo se llama? El Intercontinental, all those places back then. And to me, from playing from the cantinas to a big place like that, to El Fantasia, with Traición and stuff, I was nervous. And I remember Mr. Loredo's like, "Mijo, ven pa' acá." On stage, I'm like, "What? I'm like, what's next? What key?" Yeah, I was being nervioso. He's like, hey, relájate. He gives me a hug. He's like, "Here, take a sip." So he gave me I'm like, okay. Here, calm down. I'm like, I need more. I need more to calm down. Some of you must. And I was like 14, but you know, he kind of like, man, you know, me decía, no, you're gonna be okay, because everybody's on their own. Everybody was already doing their own thing. Everybody was older than me. They were like 18 or 17. I was just like 14, and to me, everything was new. And Mr. Laredo is the one that helped me break the ice, kind of like he taught me the ropes, and ahí lo traigo. So he called me about a week ago, so if I could help him today. I was like, man, you know what? Why not? You're my padrino. He actually, when I got inducted to the
Tejano
Roots Hall of Fame, I couldn't make it because I was out there touring. I think he's actually the one that went and
you get your award
and got my award. He received my award. So yeah.
Wow, that was a big honor.
Yes, Mr. Laredo, man, I love him so much. I call him my padrino. A él y a su esposa son mis padrinos de la música, because he's, I mean, man, I remember doing fanfare too, man, when I was little. I still do it, but those are memories that I don't think, I can't even explain it at the time. Yeah. It was, I mean, at the time it was great. It was just new to me. Because I, see, like when I was in Mexico, there was a programa que se llamaba Furia Musical. Yo allá conocí a Grupo Fama. Yo los miraba en la televisión. Era Grupo Fama, Grupo La Mafia, La Sombra, and all these Tejano bands. So when I came from Mexico and we established here in Houston, I used to hear them on the radio, and I was like, I remember those guys. And then to start opening up for them, and then to play with Fama, bro. I was like, what? Yeah. With Fama? I actually got to tour with him and with when Javier Galvan was there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With the original Fama.
Yes.
And then eventually, you know, they broke up. But I mean, Fama's still Fama. Javier Galvan.
Yeah.
I still help both of them out. But yeah, I mean, it was great. It was an awesome feeling. I told my dad, like, man, I play with Fama. He's like, no way. Like, yes. I'm like, yeah, because my dad used to watch the TV shows with me. But yeah, man, usually when I commit with somebody, for example, right now, I'm with David, but if somebody calls me like Mr. Laredo, they'll, you know, I'm not gonna say no.
Well, yeah, especially if you don't got a gig.
Exactly,
I mean, nothing wrong with that, you know.
It's love. I don't do it for the money.
That's the same thing Mr. Ruben said. He goes, hey, I got my group, pero si me hablan and I ain't doing nothing,
Sí,
I'm gonna play.
Claro, especialmente como Mr. Laredo, you know. I mean, I'm not gonna say no. Yeah. Look, like for example, Negami asked me, "Hey, well, can you help us out?" Of course I can. That's no problem. I mean, Negami, they're like my family. We're
it's
like
a brotherhood.
big family. Yes, that's what it is. You know, I go to every I think I've only missed probably like 2 of the toy drives. I think, and it's because I've been on tour, not because I don't want to go. But I go to, even if I don't play with them anymore, I'm always there. Me and my family always there. My kids know his kids. And I mean, we're like a big family.
Yeah.
A big family. One thing that I do appreciate about Jesus, aparte de, we're talking about Tejano, Borica throw down on Tropical Panama.
Oh yeah.
Pegaso. And
So I've actually had the honor.
You know that you had
to play with Tropical Panama.
You posted a video. You posted a video.
I've actually played with Pega Pega.
Oh wow.
I played with Liberación.
Cool.
Man, I've got the chance and the privilege to play with a lot of Grupero bands. But I love Grupero as well. But you know, my heart's right here with Tejano, man. I just love Tejano Jose. I've known Jose for a long time. Actually, he's one of the guys. He's one of the first promoters that hired me back in 2011. 2012.
Yes,
he's one of the first promoters that hired my band.
Yes.
I took a break from being with the Cumbia King guys and Fama, and I told my compadre, I was like, you know what? He actually told me, like, bro, we should make our own band. I was like, well, let's do it. Let's take a break from all this touring. Take a break and you know, más despacito.
Yeah.
And that's what we did, and well, we're still here. A little bit, but we're still here. We recorded our first single. Our first single got us to. We started touring with our first single. A lot of people don't know that.
Nice.
We're playing. We're getting airplay at in Lubbock, in Dallas, in Austin, San Antonio. Awesome. Yeah, with our first single, and we got nominated twice to the Tejano Glove Awards. And it was great. It was great, man. We started touring in New Mexico. Íbamos para Louisiana, para Mississippi, para Colorado. Yeah, and it was our first single. Not even a year. So we got. I guess we got lucky, and then todo se calmó, and you know how it goes. But
up and down,
we're still here.
Yeah.
We're still here.
You know, he was rocking and rolling and going from one gig to another, and we at one time he was going from Houston, Jones Plaza, where we were at. And he was moving so fast because they had to bail out. and we're like, wait a minute, we were closing already.
At the end of the event.
Whose keyboard is that?
I left the keyboard behind. I left the keyboard stand.
You know,
Right?
Yes, I left the keyboard behind and a keyboard stand.
Oh wow.
Because we're going boom, boom,
You know,
boom.
and that's funny.
Houston at the same day.
I remember one day you posted on Facebook, and I was laughing so bad that you were looking for your keyboards,
Yes.
and everybody started, man, he was, how many keyboards have you lost? And I think you found them all. They finally all returned them.
I'm
No,
still missing two.
you still missing them?
Unfortunately.
But you were, hey, I let you borrow. If you, hey, I need my keyboard back against the game. And they were like, well, damn, you leave keyboards everywhere. Like, you
Well,
know?
I'm always in a hurry, though.
I think by the time you reached us, you were already in Corpus or something.
You know what? I came back. I think I came back out of town on a Monday or a Tuesday, and Chappies. Chappies had it.
Melissa had
Yes,
it. Yeah.
and I went to her job. But thank you, Jose.
Oh, we made sure that you got a keyboard.
Dude, I gotta tell you, I went all the way with to Nando and Cumbia Kings and ex-Cumbia Kings. We went all the way to Midland, and I forgot one of my keyboards. I thought I had taken 3 keyboards. I only took 2, and then the 2 that I took, I forgot the power cord in my bag. So that day I had to. Somebody made some phone calls, and I had to play with one keyboard, one of my keyboards, and a little Casio keyboard, bro. No
Oh,
lie.
wow.
No lie. And having the other 2 keyboards there, but no power cord. And because there's a special power cord.
Yeah.
Well, one keyboard and then the other keyboard left behind. Another time is because I'm always real busy. Another time we went to West Texas. It was, I think we had like Abilene and San Angelo and then Dallas. We had like 5 days. And I got to the hotel, and I couldn't find my luggage. And I was like, man, I'm gonna go back in the trailer. I already checked 2 or 3 times, and I called my wife. I was like, hey, did I leave my luggage? I was like, wait, yes, it's right here. Dude, I left my whole luggage for like a whole. So I had to. The next day, it was Paya Paredes, Ross, and Walmart. I went to buy me some 20s at Walmart. But it happens, man. Or maybe it just happens to me.
No, it
I don't
doesn't
know.
happen to you.
Nah.
No, it
But
doesn't
my whole
happen.
luggage for freaking 6, 7 days.
Wow.
It
At the
doesn't
house.
just happen to you, because I have a lot of musicos that call me like, hey, are you in town? I'm like, yeah, what happened? Well, I need a power cord.
Yes.
I need a bajo. They forget their bajo. They forget their
You
guitar.
see, I'm not the only one,
They
thank
need their
God.
drum pedals. Le faltan todos. It's like, hold on, let me make a couple of phone calls. And is there a guitar center nearby? Yeah, hold on, let me look it up.
Wait a minute, so I can call you.
Yep.
Please type in your number.
Hey, if
I'm
you-
gonna need you.
If she's
I
around,
was gonna say you need an assistant
Yes,
to
I
help you.
do.
And then I'll be calling Fluffy. Hey, Fluffy, I need this. So we're back and forth. They're like, who was it this time? And it's like, Estrella just came in, and Tommy forgot this or whatever. It's just like
I ain't gonna lie.
she'll call me,
I
hey,
mean-
who do you know over here? That I said, well, let me find out who's over there. Okay.
a guitar strap, a bajo
Yes.
strap. I mean,
Look.
you name it.
Oh yeah, you should have carried all that stuff in your car.
Right.
And hey, you know what?
Instead
Hey,
of the,
and rent it.
No,
Actually,
no,
exactly.
you tell them, hey,
But don't rent it to me.
Hey.
You know what?
Be running.
tell them, hey, I have this, but hey, it's gonna cost you.
It was my idea, right? So-
Rentals.
It was my idea. You know what? I have plenty of keyboards. I'm gonna have you carry 2 of them just in case.
Hey, the power cords, I'm in.
Yes, just
Extra power.
But
Yes.
the funny thing is, they send me out of town. Hey, since you're gonna be in San Antonio, can you pick this up? Oh, wait, here,
There
take
you
this.
go.
I am their delivery service, or Cindy, or
Well,
Tommy.
wait a minute.
Christina or Christina.
Why
Christina.
can you start driving me?
Hey, I don't know if you want to get him driving.
It'd be scary.
Oh
It's
no,
scary.
no! I heard about the pig. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
the one she hit.
The one that I
Oh
hit.
yeah, the one that flew away.
Oh yeah, and bringing my power cords. When we go DJ, we all bring our laptops. So we finally decided. Jimmy finally decided the other day. He goes, hey, you know what? We all need to have the same laptop because if something happens. And sure enough, one day we were at a Marcos. No, when it happened.
It was a wedding.
Oh, we were doing a wedding.
In
And
town?
then but the problem is that it was far. We're far. Jimmy's computer thing. He goes, hey, my thing's not charging. My battery's about to go down. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, yeah. So I said, well, shit. I said, well, mine's fully charged. I said, it's the same one. So I took mine off. He goes, yeah. And he started charging his laptop.
But it was the same charger.
It's
Same
But
laptop.
We all three.
All the same.
Yeah.
We all got the
Okay.
same for the same reason. Because before I used to have I think mine was a
Something
Sony, and he had a different one, and
That's a good idea.
you know.
You know
But
what?
we started doing that because of the same reason, and then like, hey, you have to make sure you have all your stuff, you know.
And let me tell you, I actually started doing that with my keyboards.
Yeah.
I have 3 of my main keyboards. The Korg M3. I have 3 of the same.
Yeah.
I have One time I forgot my USB. Without USB, there's nothing. I can't do nothing because all my sounds are in there. All my programs are there. It's like your computer.
Yeah, yeah.
So another time I was, and this was a big event. It was with DJ Kane. We're headlining the show at the in Corpus Christi. It was big. It was the American Center, I think it's called. It was right by the bridge. It was beautiful. It was huge. And I noticed in sound check that I have forgotten my
USB.
I took everything but the USB. So I me tienes, 2-3 hours calling people. Hey,
come on.
can you? Oh, shit. You don't tell me that twice. So what I did, I made copies of my USBs now. I sent one to my son. I said, if I ever call you, you email me that, and then I can download it at the hotel or whatever. But I bought me 3 of the same keyboards. I said I don't want to, and I have 3 of my bottom keyboards and I have 2 of my top keyboards. That's what I really do.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What's the best hotel you've ever stayed in?
Ooh, probably. Man, the Zaza Hotel was nice.
What did they give you? I mean, massages? Or
No, I got in trouble one time when.
Did you wreck the room like Chris Pettis?
No, it was almost and with the same Cumbia King guys. I gotta tell you.
So that's what
Well, let me tell you. One time we went to we were at the Border Fest. Where the Border Fest is huge in McAllen. It was us and a lot of bands and us and then Ramon Ayala. Well, when I got back to the room after the show, we want to party a little bit, and we noticed that the AC was not working anymore. So we went downstairs to see if they could give us another room, and they only had a suite. And I was like, we'll take the suite. So that cost a lot of money. the next morning, management got on my ass. And, well, who approved? I like, well, they didn't have another room. But who approved? I guess me, because I was in charge of me and the guys that I was taking to help me on the gig. I got in trouble.
Okay, so what was the worst hotel?
Oh man! Ooh, that wasn't. Ese fue in Florida. Oh, that was bad. That was with Fama too. Eddie, Eddie, like. What the?
He complained.
Oh man! Oh yes! Oh my God! He almost had a heart attack. Like, we're not staying here. What the hell? We had like 3 days, and like maybe the one tomorrow is better. The one tomorrow was not better. It was. I don't know why they really booked some ugly hotels, like very ugly.
But we got DJ Kane over here.
Ugly hotels.
We hooked him up. We had him at the Hilton in downtown.
Oh shoot! Yeah. Oh, you know what? I gotta tell you, with DJ K, man, and it's always top of the line, and always them and Bebo Kings, always Hilton.
Well, he even wanted towels, but you know what I did? I did the smart thing. I put an hour logo on the towels. I put proud to be Tejano.
Oh, good, smart.
There you go. You want towels? There you go.
Yeah. No, DJ, man, I don't have no complaints with that guy. I've known him for a good 18, 20 years, and he's been good to me. He's been good to me. He's always spoiled the shit out of me. He says, what do you need? Something? No. Hey, what do you need? Your kids need this. We'll stop at a gas station and, oh, look at that. Hey, here, buy this for your daughter. I'm like, no, it's okay. He'll buy everything. Hey, your daughter, she needs this. Hey, no, I'm like, no, dude, relax. We're good. Hey, what do you guys want? What do you get? Yeah, you hardly get people like that. Yeah. You hardly get an artist or management that will take care of you like that. DJ K did that for me, and so did Nando. Everybody does. David's also a real good boss. I like to work with David and with David and with Elliot, of course. Everybody's good.
Is he gonna throw a Halloween bash this year?
I'm not sure, but I miss those.
Yeah, I miss those.
Ones.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Well, I used to DJ.
Really?
At his ranch, when he had his ranch.
Yes.
I used to DJ the Halloween parties.
He always did it again.
Oh yeah, those were fun. Those were fun. Yeah. I think he said he said he was gonna have one. He had one last year, no?
No, not last year.
Or the year before.
The year before, actually, I think
at the Winters.
No, was it Winters?
Yes. Yeah, Winters.
Yes.
But it's been like 2 or 3 years.
It was before COVID.
Before COVID.
Yes. That's when he was a vampire or king.
I think it was a vampire. I think.
He's a vampire, I think.
Yeah. Last time I went to, he was a knight in Nagami performed.
Okay, that was at Acapulco.
No, that was at Idam's on right there in Pasadena.
Oh, the little hall.
The little hall.
Yeah, the little hall. Yeah.
I know for a few years he did it at the same hall, which was the Acapulco.
Yeah, when I started with David, I started at his ranch. The one he had, what was it? Amida, I think it was Amida.
You know, in
Yeah,
288, no,
yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what was and I know that you have to sympathize with the loss of Tito Olivares.
Oh yeah, of course,
No, I
man.
don't mean to turn it.
No.
But we have to recognize Tito Olivares, and I'm not sure what happened with his band.
I think they're still
His
touring.
band is still playing.
Yes,
His son took it
Ahora
over.
se llama La Pura Sabrosura.
La Pura
si no me
Sabrosura.
equivoco.
Yeah, yeah.
But man,
Yeah.
Pues antes era Fito
Fito
Olivares
Olivares,
y
yeah.
La Sabrosura. Ahora ya nada más es La
La
Pura.
Pura, yeah. His son took it over. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, his son's been producing. I've been hearing some of the stuff. He was actually, if I'm not mistaken, he was at the Latin Grammys this past year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, with Navaira, what's her name?
Destiny.
Destiny Navaira. I've actually played with them as well.
Yeah.
I played with
¿Sabe quién
Laurito.
está bien? Los bandoleros.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
yes.
yes.
They play like that Carlos Santana type music.
Yes, it's different. I actually like that.
Yeah.
Because they're not doing their, I don't want to say the typical Tejano, but they are playing Emilio songs and they're doing their own thing, and I like it. I think it's a Ya no me den tomar. No, don't worry. You know what? Actually, today actually have a driver.
Oh, good.
Good.
So they're probably wondering why we keep
I'm
stopping.
sorry, 'cause
It's because
it's like
I
a
put
float.
soda and it's like a
And it
float
closes up.
and it bubbles up.
Miren cómo
It
me
foams
tienen
up.
aquí. I like it. I like it.
Hey,
But
we
because it's already
are
coming
now responsible. What happens? That's it. Once you leave the door, you're
Guys,
you're
I'm
not
not
covered.
driving. I actually got me an assistant for a couple of weeks.
Ándale.
So hey, let me tell you, last week I missed an
So you
interview.
left him in the car?
He didn't want to come in.
He could look. Oh no,
No,
he's driving.
he's
but-
driving.
But he could have came in.
Designated
We have
driver.
water and Coke.
No
Look,
quiso.
one thing about the divas, we drink responsibly to the last drop.
The last drop.
Do you call it Uber or Uber or?
Este es Huberto.
That sounds like the pool guy.
No. Hey, shout out to my boy
I would
Nestor.
not
out there.
hire a pool guy named like that.
Huberto.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
Not even. Your landscaper or your pool guy? Mullet, sunglasses, and.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with a mullet? I used to have a mullet. I remember back in the days when I used to have
scared
it.
to go to the bathroom se tapó.
So let me tell you about this guy. I like this guy. He told me. He called me yesterday, 2 days ago. Hey, you remember the interview? Earlier, your interview. I was like, yes, I got it. Because I missed one last week. And I'm like, dude, what? Did you go to the interview? I'm like, nope. I know I should have been there. So he's helping me out.
Cool. That's good.
Yeah, he's like, hey, you say you were gonna call this guy. Yes, thank you. So I'm very busy, man, and I like that. I like, the por sí estoy medio. I like to be like that. Like, I always, see once I get up from bed and I'm on the go. I don't stop until it's time to go to bed. That's how I am. And my wife used to tell me that all the time, like, dude, you're too hyper. I'm like, no, I'm not. But and I don't want to say that's when I'm late. I'm late because traffic. That's traffic.
Not in Houston.
It's traffic. That's why I'm late.
Whatever.
There's no traffic in Houston.
There's no traffic in Houston.
I tell you what, man.
With all the freeways being shut down
Uh-huh.
on Friday,
Crazy.
it's like,
Oh man.
Did y'all see the video where he was giving his kids lunch? Y'all didn't see that
We
video?
were
No.
bored.
Nice.
He had them all lined up like he was the lunch lady.
Yes.
And
We
they
were
in
bored.
line, and
It
they
was
were looking
COVID,
straight,
bro. It was COVID.
And he was like this. He was like, go.
Next.
Move on.
I'm like, next.
It went
Next.
viral. It
Yeah.
went viral.
I-
I can't believe you guys haven't
That,
remember.
that
that.
video actually has more than 30,000 views.
Oh,
more
wow.
more than my other videos. You believe
The
that?
kids were like this with their trays, and he's like behind the bar, and he's like,
Next. Yeah, it's like next.
go next.
Well, we were in COVID.
That's
They
funny.
were doing the homeschool thing.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
doing yeah, I was tired. That's
Hey,
what-
wait. But I don't want to think. You like to cook because I seen when y'all you always cooking. It look like you're the cook of the man.
No,
You know?
no. My wife cooks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like really excellent cook. But I like to help out.
How
Plus, I
long
like.
have you been married?
Ya tenemos 2011, Jose.
Wow.
2011?
Like my sister in one of my concerts.
No. Wait a minute. No, but she used to come from Mexico and go over there and then go back and
We
forth,
started
back and
off
forth,
with Party in the
and then we
Plaza,
just
and
stay.
then we went
What?
to
Did we start at Florida Plaza?
No, then we went to the Go Tejano Superfest with Go Tejano Fan Club.
No, but I think we started at Bocaditos, brother.
Bocaditos, yes.
Yes, from
But
Bocaditos then.
Paul,
No, I don't think. Oh, maybe. Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes.
Then I went over there and I helped out Jessica Macho.
Jessica Macho.
Y de ahí, then you hire him, and then from there we did the Freedom Fest.
Freedom Fiesta, yeah.
Freedom Fiesta
Yeah.
with DJ Ken, El Ejemplo, and Fama, Excelencia, and then from there we did the Azteca Fairgrounds. Then from there we did the Civic Center.
Yeah, we did. We did.
It was who was it? It was Fama. That day I played. It was Fama, La Traición, and La Diferencia, and Cumbia All Stars. That day I played with like 3 bands.
T-Town,
I made some good money that day.
Yes,
T-Town, Emilio's comeback.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And then.
Man, Jose, I've been knowing you for a long time, dude.
And then that's when I got.
Did I have hair back then?
Yeah, yes, you did. Yes, you did. You look like Joe Dirt.
Te va, ya no le des a él. Ya no le des a él, por favor.
No, and then we moved on to the Festival Chicano, and that's when
That's right.
That's when I got called about, to do the street promotions for that. So
That's right.
It's been good, So.
I did the Festival Chicano this past year with him. Oh, it's fun. Great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Daniel Bustamante, he's been doing it for a long
For
time.
44 years, 45 years.
I remember him when he.
I did that with the Gami too a few years.
Yeah, he's been in the business for a long, long time. I met him when I started doing the fan clubs for Rick Gonzalez and the Preferencia, Rick Gonzalez and the Choice.
Oh my God! Wait a minute! Rick, what happened to Rick? I used to play with Rick. Rick Gonzalez and his wife.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. I gotta tell you this. Okay, so maybe 1995, 96, maybe he got married.
Yes.
Guess who played there? I played with Grupo Delirio, which he was my middle school band,
okay.
and La Traición.
Gotcha.
Dude, I played his wedding. Man, where's Rick? Rick, where are you? Rick?
He's probably listening.
Oh no, you play with Grupo Delirio?
Yes. Yes, I was not Delirio from the Norteño band, the original Grupo Delirio.
Okay. I thought you
No, it wasn't. He's my homeboy too. Saludos a él. Yeah, a los amigos
when
de
I first got
Tristan.
married, the first time I got married, he's the one that played in my wedding.
Okay, la familia Tristan.
Yeah, because I met him at the restaurant on 4th in Guadalajara.
Yes.
He played Guadalajara.
Yes. Ándale, sí. Bueno, yo estoy hablando de Delirio. I don't know how the names got mixed up there or how they use the same name, but we never made it big with the middle school band. We went we came out in a few newspapers. We did a battle of the bands and we won. Out of 20 bands, we got like 18 plays, but we were middle school kids. I was in 6th grade; they were in 7th grade. I think our oldest guy was like in 8th grade.
Oh, wow.
Y en ese tiempo era 94, 93, 94 se llamaba Grupo Delirio from the middle school. Yeah, in 1993, I want to say. So and I think this Delirio, si no me equivoco, they came out in 2000 something. So, but I mean, I'm just saying we were the original Grupo Delirio, but everybody knows the Tristan family. I know, ¿cómo se llama este muchacho? Alex Tristan, que es el tío de los muchachos de Delirio.
Okay.
They're all great musicians. We're our friends. We're our friends. And you know what? I want to take this minute to send a shout out to all my friends. There's so many people out there that know me, and I know most of them I know, but some of them I don't know. Like right now, I just played with I don't know the name of the guys, but man, everybody knows me, and it feels good. I feel like everybody like, can we take a picture? I'm like, of course we can. You guys jam like, no, it was an honor jamming with you. I'm like, no, yeah, it's an honor jamming with you. And I want to send a shout out to all my musician friends, man. Todos que estamos, we've been traveling, and even the local guys, no problem, man. I love everybody, and I do respect everybody.
Why don't you start a Jesus Hernandez
fan club?
Yeah.
Only fans?
I do have a fan page, but I don't run my fan page. I have shout out to Lori and Hope from Corpus Christi. They actually run my fan page, Nando's fan page, and DJ Kane's fan page. They've been doing that for a good 8 years. I don't even have the password for my. They run the Ejemplo page actually as well.
Wow.
I don't run. A lot of people think that I run the page. I don't run the page. I don't even have the password for that. And I want to thank Lori and Hope. I wish you guys could make it tomorrow. If you can't make it, I'll put your name on the guest list. Oh, you know who's coming tomorrow? From San Antonio?
Cristina Guerrero.
Cristina Guerrero is coming to the dance tomorrow.
Yes.
Cristina. Right? Si nos conocen a Cristina from
She'll be with us tomorrow.
Yes.
Really?
She'll be with us tomorrow,
That's
and then
great.
she's gonna go out to your
That's
event.
awesome.
Hey, if we let her go to your
Yeah,
event.
if I let her
Please
go.
let her go.
I might get her drunk. I might get her drunk.
It's
You know,
okay.
it's an open bar, so
I'll
she
send
might
I'll
stay.
send my driver to pick her up. I'll send my driver. We got a driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? She follows me a lot. Well, because she's known me since I was with K1, and I've helped out at La Sombra a couple of times as well. And man, I love her.
Yeah.
She every time I'm in San Antonio, hey, you're gonna be here? I'm gonna go. And she's like, hey, I just came here to see you, okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, I know.
Yeah, she asked me if we were gonna go, and I said, unfortunately, we have an event already. We
And it's all
can't
the-
go.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
And she
yeah.
said-
But Jesus called me. He goes, "Hey man," he goes, "I need a favor. Can you think you can come on and DJ?" And at first, you know what? I had told him, yeah. And then, you know what? Hold on, let me check the calendar.
Yeah,
I
he
think
told
we're
me he was
busy.
gonna double check.
Yeah, no,
And
I'm the
then,
calendar. 'cause
yeah,
he
that's
calls
the
me and
calendar.
I'm like,
That's my calendar. Yeah.
He said, let me check the calendar.
Yeah.
Babe, no.
I either call my wife or I call my brother. Because my brother, he got the calendar.
Sí.
I said, hey, we got anything going on this day or nothing? So that call my wife. He goes, yeah, that's Marco's event. I said, oh shit. I said,
Yeah, sometimes we get so busy, man.
We do.
Especially with
Oh, yeah,
work
yeah.
and stuff,
We do.
you know. So we get busy, and I can't keep up with the dates. I actually last night I text the David Olivares group chat. I said, hey, do we have an event on the 30th? Yes, we do. Good, thank you. That's all I need to know. I just want to make sure about the dates. Sometimes I used to be okay with that. Like my wife used to help me out, and I used to have a calendar. But then I don't know, I got lazy. Not lazy. I just got too much stuff going on, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And my brain functions crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
all right. Well, tomorrow, if y'all want to go somewhere, like I said, the Zone is gonna be the place to be at tomorrow.
That's right.
Zone Sports Bar and Grill.
Here we go.
5 bands. We got 2 tickets that we're giving away. A pair of tickets. And like I said, we already posted it on the chat. Tell us the 5 bands that are gonna be performing tomorrow, and you get the pair of tickets. You can text us. You can send us a message, and then we'll make sure you get these tickets.
Y también le quiero mandar un saludo a Polo Martinez, que es he's the owner of the Zone. Let me tell you about this guy. He called me last year. Last year, my first show that I did there. Man, it was great. We had a full house. It was packed, and he's like, as soon as I got off stage for after my first set, he's like, I want you back. And ever since then, we've been friends, and this is gonna be my 4th time playing there.
Cool.
Nice.
In about a year and a few months. So, saludos a Polo, gracias por la oportunidad que me das a mí y a los grupos que traigo. We appreciate it a lot, and the whole staff from the Zone, a Mandy, Easy, a todos los que trabajan ahí. Les mando un saludo, y we're expecting a lot of people tomorrow, and hopefully you guys can make it. He's gonna have a couple of
I got a pair of tickets right here. So give us a call.
We're going to go ahead and promote it on our pages.
Okay,
as well.
great. Here at the Puro Tejano, proud to be Tejano.
Proud to be
And
Tejano.
of course, we got, certain pages that we run. We got the Bring Back Taco Cat page. We got the
Awesome.
Bring Cancer page. We got the Go Down Fan Club page. So we'll push it on all that.
And he's also gonna have some pre-sale tickets
Oh, yes, of course.
for free.
Okay, good. So there you go.
They're giveaway tickets.
Giveaway tickets. Now, aparte de eso, one thing that I want to do is give a big shout out to SCP Radio for allowing
Of course,
us
of
to
course,
Thank
of
you.
course, of course, of course.
Impromptu.
And the staff, everybody.
Of course.
And the dog that scared me.
Where's he at?
He went outside.
No,
He
ya,
went outside.
ahora
What did you say?
yo lo espanté ya.
No,
Yeah,
he
she
yelled
left.
at you after you said so.
Cuando dice que era de Monterrey, de México City.
México.
Yeah.
Yo soy del Mexico City.
That's the truth, the Hano dog.
No, pero sí, muchas gracias a Fluffy, a todo el staff que está aquí, Emery Jane, y a su esposa, al cuñado, a José Vega, que tiene mucho tiempo. Hey, ¿sabes también qué evento hicimos?
Sí, a ver, dígame.
Los eventos de... So we did the bocaditos, right? We said that.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hicimos los eventos también de... ¿Cómo se llamaba el lugar ese?
Somos varios.
Hicimos, we done a lot of events. Pero fíjate, se me olvidó.
I just stay behind the scenes a lot.
Yes. But we've done a lot of events, bro, like a lot.
A lot. We did the Humble Civic Center. We did La Mafia. We did Solido.
There's another one. There's another one. It just came to my mind right now.
But we had a lot of fun though.
Yes.
Y como le digo, we always save the best for last. Siempre
Oh yeah. always rushing. He's always rushing at the last minute.
I was actually late to the.
Hey, what's going on? What y'all waiting for? Waiting for the keyboard player.
Chingado. Who's the keyboard? Jesús. Dice Jesús. El pelón. Ah, sí. Ese güey llega tarde.
We hired a guy from Home Depot that looked like him.
Qué gacho, pero con pelo. ¿O sin pelo?
No, sí, se parecía a ti.
No, it was probably me just in disguise. But yeah, man, thanks for having me here. And hopefully I see a lot of you guys, a lot of you followers at the Zone. Ahí los esperamos mañana.
Five great bands. Negami, El Ejemplo, Sensible, David Olivares, y Alex Cruz. So y'all go check it out. What time the doors open?
The door's gonna open at 8 o'clock.
All right.
The first band is probably gonna go on between 9 and 9:15.
Okay.
And we're gonna keep
And
it
from
going.
there,
We're gonna keep
okay.
it going. We're gonna keep it going to 2 in the morning.
Who's the closing band?
Negami's gonna be headlining.
Okay.
Negami's headlining the event.
Cool. All right. Well, y'all check it out. Like I said, tomorrow, man, it's gonna be a good spot. Go out there and enjoy yourself, and then make sure you come out Monday too to Lawndale, the Lawndale Forest Park. Forest Park, Lawndale.
Can you hold that picture real quick there?
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Let me see.
So.
I might make it too.
Yes, go for it.
So
man.
yeah.
It'd be an honor to have you out there.
Yeah, make sure y'all check that out Monday out. So, you know,
11 to 1 p.m.
11 to 1 p.m.
To 1 p.m.
All right.
It's early, dude. Yeah, I can
Oh, yeah,
make
so-
it.
Free for hot dogs for
I can make it.
everybody. And,
I can make it, Jose.
Yes, no.
I can make it. I can make it.
Sí, claro que sí.
All right.
The whole
Well,
family, they better have enough hot dogs. You know, I got a lot of kids. You know, I have a lot of kids, bro. Van a venir los Hernández hasta los de México. Van a ir a comer hot dogs.
hey, cuando free comida, todos llegan todos, ¿no?
Dude, primos que no conozco, primo Hernández.
Hombre, que se vengan todas las tribus.
All right. All right. We're gonna take a little commercial break, and we'll be right back. Thank you, Jesus. You know, for me, thank you, just appreciate both guys, man. So we'll take a little commercial break, and we'll be back.
Estoy solo y tú sola. ¿Para qué la hacemos tanto de emoción? Si ya sabemos en dónde acabarán esas miraditas que nos lanzamos tú y yo. Dejemos las tonterías, la soledad para otro día. Y nos curemos las heridas que traemos por el amor. ¿A dónde o qué? Jalo a donde quiera. Traigo en la cartera toda la quincena. Al cabo que pa' eso es, vamos de peda. Soy materia dispuesta y hasta que amanezca. ¿A dónde o qué? Jalo a donde quiera. Hoy nos vamos al cine. Si no quieres fiesta, nos dejamos caer. Yo te invito a mi depa a cenar y a una movie. Netflix nos espera. ¿A dónde lo quieres? Jalo pa' lo que quieras. Y esto es Negami. Que se termine nuestra soltería, nos curemos las heridas que traemos por el amor. ¿A dónde o qué? Jalo a donde quieras. Traigo en la cartera toda la quincena. Al cabo que pa' eso es, vamos de peda. Soy materia dispuesta y hasta que amanezca. ¿A dónde o qué? Jalo a donde quieras. O nos vamos al cine. Si no quieres fiesta, o nos dejamos caer. Yo te invito a mi depa a cenar y a una movie. En Netflix nos espera. ¿A dónde o qué? Jalo pa' lo que quieras.
Ya no quiero llorar, ya no quiero sufrir, pero sin ti, ¿cómo le hago? Mejor vuelve aquí entre mis brazos, con tu mano en mi mano, porque sin ti soy un fracaso. Ya no menciones el ayer, eso está en el pasado. Dime que tú vas a volver y que me has perdonado, porque yo sí te sigo amando. Quiero que tú sepas, sin ti estos días son raros, por eso seguiré rogando por tu amor. Ay, me dicen que me olvide de ti, pero puedo sentir el corazón derrotado y yo solo aquí me quedé. Sin tu amor yo nada valgo, mi amor yo sigo enamorado. Me prometiste una vez quedarte siempre a mi lado. Dime que tú vas a volver y que me has perdonado, porque yo sí te sigo amando. Quiero que tú sepas, sin ti estos días son raros, por eso seguiré rogando por tu amor. Por tu amor.
¿Cómo es posible que después de tantos años, que tanto amor y pasión ya se nos fue? Lo que siempre había anhelado duele tanto que no estés aquí. Si nos quisimos y juramos para siempre, en las buenas y en las malas hasta morir, lo que siempre había anhelado duele tanto que no estés aquí. Déjame sufrir, déjame llorar, y así puedo revivir, y al fin vuelvo a sonreír, que vuelva la calma. Déjame sufrir, déjame llorar, y así puedo revivir, y al fin vuelvo a sonreír, que vuelva la calma. Y que en las buenas y en las malas hasta morir. Lo que siempre había anhelado duele tanto que no estés aquí. Déjame sufrir, déjame llorar, que así puedo revivir y al fin vuelvo a sonreír y que vuelva la calma, y que vuelva la calma. Déjame sufrir, déjame llorar, y así puedo revivir y al fin vuelvo a sonreír y que vuelva la calma, y que vuelva la calma.
All right, and we're back. Your boy DJ Fluffy, the king of the airways, along with the divas here, La Mary Jane, CC, Redhead. I can see the runway. Yeah. There you go. And of course, La Mickey D. You know. So we had two great interviews. So I mean, we want to thank them for coming out. You know, we had a good time. But I got a question now. We're gonna do a little bit of the Tejano Weekly.
Okay,
You know.
that's fine.
I've been going back and forth on Facebook. People have been talking about different stuff. You know, now they start talking about the big events going to be happening. Joe Lopez, Ramon Ayala. You know, Joe Lopez, king of Tejano, Ramon Ayala, king of Norteño.
Yes.
So there was a lady that went on there and she posted. She goes, "Joe Lopez is not the king of Tejano. Little Joe is." I'm like, okay. So everybody started going back and forth. So, question is, how being a Tejano. I think, if I'm mistaken, Little Joe is considered
The king of the brown
the
sound.
king of the brown sound, not of Tejano music.
Right.
Okay, so that's and that's what people were saying back and forth on there.
Yes.
But the stuff that people look at and want to start stuff over, like who's the
Arguing
king?
over
Arguing stuff, And then of course, these people started asking about, well, who's the queen of Tejano music, and they start going back and forth. But it's something that's out there that people want to know, and people really don't talk about it. So it's like, okay, so they brought that up because of the big event, Joe Lopez having with Ramon Ayala, So it's kind of funny how people want to pick anything, see what they can pick on. But technically, okay, so who is the king of Tejano music? What do you think?
Joe Lopez.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I think too. I mean, I think. Yeah, come on in. Go ahead.
On the hot chair.
Come on in. Yeah.
But in this industry, there's so many people. Like you got Linda Escobar. She's the queen of conjunto.
Yes.
You got esta Eva Ibarra. That she's the queen of the accordion. There's all these names that are given to these people that have been performing for so many years. No one's fought it beforehand, so I mean, let's face it. Anyone's gonna make an argument out of anything just because. Yeah.
I think that back in the 70s, we didn't refer to our cultural music as Tejano music. We
It was
referred
Chicano
music.
Chicano music.
Yeah.
And so, if you want to call Little Joe king of anything, it should be king of Chicano music.
Yeah.
The brown soul.
For brown,
That-
which
that-
was back then, the king of brown.
and that's what he says. I'm the king of the brown soul.
Right,
Yeah.
and so if there should be a debate whether who is the king of the Chicano music, then you got Freddie Fender and you got
Right.
others that have been pioneers of that type of music back in the day. So as far as the prince of Tejano music would be Emilio, I would think, but I could be wrong, but as far as the king of Tejano music, that's up for grabs right now because. You have Joe Lopez, who took Tejano music to a whole different level with the synthesizers and the keyboard and the bad boys of Tejano music. So, I think that's debatable on all sides. But to call Little Joe the king of Tejano music, I think that's not
No, it's not.
Yeah, and he don't call he calls himself the king of the brown south.
And that's Chicano.
And that's his music.
Right.
And he says I am a Chicano. I'm not a Tejano. You know, so
Because he
yeah.
represents not just Chicanos in Texas, he represents Chicanos in
All over,
California
yeah.
and
Everywhere,
Michigan,
yeah.
and Illinois, Chicago, New York. So yeah, I would agree with all of y'all that. So the Kina Tejano music, I don't know. I think that's up for debate. Maybe if you put a survey on your Facebook, with the exception of not, I don't know how you would.
Well, I mean, it's ever since Joe Lopez King started doing stuff, and right away that's what it became. You know, the Prince of Tejano music is David Olivares. That's what they got it. But right now, also now they got what's his name? Damn, I had his name.
Jesus Hernandez?
No. He's another guy. It starts with what was it? Damn. We're supposed to do an interview with him. What do you call him? They call him
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, El Chavo.
El Chavo.
El
Chavo. There you go.
Chavalón.
Chavalón.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Now he's calling himself the Prince of Tejano.
Well, that's because there's
know.
rumors going around that he's the son of Joe Lopez.
Well, yeah, those are rumors. But I mean, David Olivares has had the name of Prince of Tejano for years.
Yeah.
That's everybody knows David Olivares as being, and our presentation is the Prince of Tejano music, David Olivares. And then all of a sudden, Chavalón came along, and he's like, "I'm the Prince of Tejano." Not really. I'm sorry to tell you, but I mean that name's been taken.
I think that anyone that's in leadership should not call themselves leaders. They should let someone else call themselves leaders.
Mhm.
Someone else call themselves.
Yeah.
So for him to say I'm the one, then that just shows.
No,
Yeah.
but that was a name that was bestowed on him and given to him in the early '90s. So if it's been in the early '90s, you're just going to keep going with it because
Yeah.
that's how you
Yeah.
everyone
saying,
knows
David?
you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're
Yeah.
talking about El Chavo.
No, we're talking about
Chavalón,
Chavalón.
'cause
Yeah.
I just heard about him
yeah.
like 3 years
He
ago.
just
Yeah,
came.
he's
I
new.
think he's been playing. He played with
He played with several bands.
yeah. But I
He
mean,
went on
he
his
just started
own.
on his own, and then all of a sudden he comes out, "I'm the Prince of Tejano." No, not really. I'm saying to say, but you know, I've known David for many years, and David's always had the name of Prince
El
of Tejano
Príncipe.
music,
Yeah.
El Príncipe de la Música Norteña. You know,
Tejano.
Tejano.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, but yeah, it's kind of when people start looking at stuff, you know, they start arguing over stuff. You know, it really
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. I mean, hey, the guys are performers; they're out to do performance, and that's what they're there for. I don't think they're there because of a title. You know, I think they're there. They're
For their
performers.
music.
And
what
they
they
don't
do.
You know,
care about the
they don't care about the titles. They
They're
really
just there
don't.
to perform
You
and
know.
give the audience the music that they want to hear.
Yeah.
Plain and
Yeah,
simple.
yeah.
They're
They want to
performing
go out
for
there.
the
They want to
audience.
perform because they love to perform.
Yeah.
You know, they don't really care about the title. I mean, I can guarantee you, knowing Joe Lopez, he don't care about the title. He wants to go out there and perform.
No.
He wants to get on the stage and play
He
his
loves
music,
his
and
fans.
yeah, he loves his fans.
He
you know?
loves his fans, and
You
you know
know.
what? He has Sandra behind him, and she does everything possible for his fans.
He interacts with the fans very well.
Yes.
From
Yes.
the get go.
Yes.
From the get go.
Yes.
Yeah.
So where does Oscar de la Rosa? Where would he fall into this?
Oscar de la Rosa with La Mafia. You know, La Mafia's been around. You know, the same.
But what
you
type
know,
of title would he be?
he's never had a title. Tell you the truth.
I don't
Oscar,
think- I don't remember him.
La Mafia has never had a title.
You got La Fiebre, Pride of Pasadena.
Pride of Pasadena.
Yeah.
La Mafia is pride of the North Side.
Yes.
Pride of the North
Yes.
Side.
Yes.
That's what they are.
Yes.
They're pride of the North Side. That's what
Yeah.
they call them. But I mean, you know, Tejano, you know, king wise or queen or princess, whatever, they never had it. It was always the pride of North Side. You know, that's
Okay,
what
so
you know.
let's throw a curveball here. What about Conjunto?
Conjunto is a totally different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a whole
But
other different thing.
But the funny thing with Tejano, it comes from the roots of Conjunto, because back then the Conjunto artists, they were the migrant workers, and then they were also the entertainment.
Right.
So Tejano derives from Conjunto.
Right.
That's where they get their roots from.
Yeah,
Then
you're
you
right.
add your synthesizers and everything.
Right.
But you know, Conjunto is storytelling as its best.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's migrant workers. They took it all over the place, and they were out there working in the fields, and at nighttime they were the entertainment.
I think our entertainment, me as a farm worker, I think the entertainment was a little jail back in the day in Los Tigres del Norte.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go wrong with Los Tigres del Norte back in the day.
Well, yeah,
No, but in the 60s and the
that was
70s,
before the Conjunto came around.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
once the Conjunto came around, it was totally it changed everything around.
Yeah.
You know,
And now everyone's
So-
making their name out there. You got, you know, Tony Sines. He's Elvis in Mexico.
Yeah.
You know, they all love him. They treat him like Elvis. You got esta Cindy Ramos, that Linda Escobar just passed the torch to. You know, she siempre está tocando. You know, she's playing all the time, all over the place. You know, so she's the new uprising, conjunto artist. And the funny thing is, everyone said a woman couldn't do it. and she's out there to prove everybody wrong. You know, she's
Linda
also the
doesn't
rebel.
age. She doesn't.
No,
she doesn't
No,
age.
and I just saw her last weekend, you know, but the fact that, you know, she retired and she was, you know, she endorsed Cindy Ramos on her birthday last year in August 6th. She endorsed Cindy Ramos as passing the baton. You take it away, you move it, you know, go on, wish you good luck.
Yep.
You know, for her to be a living legend, to do that says a lot.
It does, but that doesn't mean that the fans agree. But it
Right.
does though.
But
right.
her fans are supporting the
Yeah.
the new yeah. It's the conjunto has changed a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's getting bigger and bigger. I mean, there's a lot of new artists that are coming out with conjunto, and let me tell you what, they're
kicking
good.
butt.
They are.
You got the conjunto
Yeah.
cats that are out there. I mean, they are playing every weekend. You got Tony Signs.
Yeah.
You got
Mando
Javier
La-
Solis,
Mando La-
Yeah,
Mando.
Mando,
You
yeah.
got Boni. You got the Conjunto Kings. You got so many people. Lázaro. You got a ton of people that are out there.
Conjunto is making a lot of noise right now.
Yeah.
You know, there's-
Locally, I like Imposible and Conjunto Foreplay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then you
well,
got
con-
Los Teas.
Yeah, you got the
Los
Tejano too. Those guys are playing everywhere. I mean, but you know,
They've been around for a while.
oh yeah,
Yes,
they've been around. But I
yes.
mean,
But his
you
son
know,
is there's
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was playing out there when he was 12 years old.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You know.
I mean,
He's a badass.
Conjunto is growing big time. You know, and is doing his thing. You know, but I mean, it's a lot of stuff out there. You know,
I've always said
You
that San Antonio is so called the Tejano capital of the world, but Pasadena is known as the Conjunto capital of the world.
Mhm.
Do you know how many Conjunto bands are from this area? I mean, think
There's a lot.
about it.
You see, but there's a problem with that. You know, you're bringing conjunto in this area. The problem with that is here, the promotership don't want to bring other bands in. If you go to any club here, you will see the same bands play over and over and over and over.
You know,
I've tried to bring bands from San Antonio, from Corpus, and the first thing they tell me promoter is, well, they got to come for free. Why?
Oh,
But
no.
see,
You
in
know.
the '90s, that was like the best time to be performing, because the legends, the pioneers back then, you know, they allowed new bands to
come in.
open up
Oh,
for
yeah.
them. They showcased the new bands, because that's what La Sombra did with Estrella. Frank Zuniga brought them on, you know, and you had Fama that was helping Stephanie, and look where she's at right now. You had a lot of these bands, you know, having giving people an opportunity to open up for them, you know, and that's how you got everyone going. Nowadays, you got the same bands over and over, and they want to play, they want to come to Houston, but Houston is so close that they don't allow for all this entertainment. And how can you get a fan base if you don't allow these bands to come in? You should be able to let these bands showcase. You can't get a following unless you let them play. You don't get anywhere unless you have an opportunity. Let them have an opportunity. Give them an opportunity. Plain and simple.
You'll be surprised what you get. You'll be surprised what these bands get. I mean, we work with a lot of bands, and there's some amazing bands out there.
You know, when I first started doing what I do, I had the stadium on Thursdays. I had the
Mhm.
on Thursdays at the stadium. I think you remember.
Yeah.
You know, when they first opened up, and I didn't know who those Monarcas were. They gave me a budget on Thursdays for so-called $700, $800. Los Monarcas got a hold of me through my vice president and blah blah blah. They said, "Look, we just want to perform.
Yeah.
We haven't
Mhm.
performed in a long time. We just give us $200." And so I got the phone call back. They said they want $200. The budget was $800. Sounds was $150 at the time. And I said they want to play for $200. Who are they? Los Monarcas. They're old folks. You know, they've been around. blah,
They've
blah.
been around for over
Oh,
40
yeah.
Right.
years.
And so what I said, you know, I said we're not going to give them 200. Let's give them the full 700. And so we gave them the full 700. And that's the way we work. You know, we're proud to be Tejano what we do. We don't lowball anybody. We make sure that our bands get paid up front. We make sure that we're at zero debt at the end of the day. And that's the reason why we get the respect that we get. It's because we've never, ever did anyone wrong. But, you know, and that's the thing. We all need to unite to help our bands, to help our up and coming artists. Like Madison Pulido, and they see, you know, and all these youngsters that are going out there, going out of their way to perform, and they're going to college too. They're studying out there, but they're also singing. They're doing what they love. So you know that's where we need to go an extra mile and set up scholarship funds for these kids.
Well, that's what Linda Escobar does.
Yeah.
With her show in November, honoring her dad, she provides scholarships for kids that want to continue music and go to college.
And she has a following.
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah,
so,
but
I mean,
we
not
can
as
start.
far.
You can start any time.
We do it grassrooted. We do it as normal human people.
But even Carlos from Nagami does it too.
Well, I work with Carlos on many projects before. I work with Carlos on many projects.
I mean, it can be done if you want. If you want it done, it can be done. You know,
and that's where I think that us as you know, with SCP Radio and what you guys are doing here, allowing artists to come out here and get interviewed and get, and even what we're doing here with this event here. I came here impromptu. I think it was 3-hour notice.
Not maybe about an hour. I think.
Notice, you know?
I think where was that? I was at the.
Yeah, it was like about almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I was doing something. Yeah, where were we at?
My son at the radio, getting his radio fixed.
Oh yeah, I was like with my son. My son, I got home from work, and he goes, "Dad," and he goes, I need my radio this and that." And I said, "Well, the plan was to go tomorrow." I said, "Hey, tomorrow you go, you get it fixed. I got stuff to do." And I think he goes, "Man, they close at 7." I said, well, "You know what?" I said, "We got time. Let's go right now." So when you called me, I was with my son. He was getting his radio fixed. He had something was going on. He was shutting off or something like that. You know.
And that's when Paul reached out to you, right?
Yeah. Well, I had seen you try to call me. I was still at work when you tried to call me, and then we were there. And then Paul sent me a message. He goes, "Hey, they trying to get a hold of you. You know, here's the number." And I said, "Okay, well, let me call him." That's when I had time. I was there at the shop, and I said, "Okay, let me call." So yeah, about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, maybe. You know, he called me. You know, but I mean, something like that. I mean, we understand. You know,
and this is all like, you know, no one's making money out of this, and no one's. This is a good deal. This is something that we do from the heart. You know, and this is, you know, and just thank you guys for allowing us to do this, man. And there's a lot more things that we want to do. We want to get you guys involved with. SCP Radio, you know, of course, Puffy, and of course you, Mary Jane, and of course your beautiful wife. We want to make sure, and where's the puppy? Okay. So there's a lot more things that we want to do. We want to set up, we just gave out we gave scholarships to 11 students that are going to different dorms, going to New York for college, going to different Cornell University, going to Texas A&M. We gave them, you know, scholarships. Or, you know, a personal check, and then Adrian Garcia matched it with $500 for each. Some were given laptops. We gave them stuffed animals, just to make them feel comfortable when they go out to these dorms, because they need pillowcases, they need blankets.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about kids from the hood. We're talking about students that have, some of these students, not to talk bad on anyone, but some of these students have been through so much where a father would rather buy a 24 case of beer than buy their kids school outfits. We're talking about those kind of students that go through these type of situations where a child cannot play basketball because he can't afford tennis shoes, and he'd rather go out there and work to help his mom.
Yeah.
Those are the type of situations that we deal with, grassrooted, and this is why we do what we do. So anyway, I want to thank SCP Radio for supporting us in what we do with our grassroots efforts and our nonprofit efforts. So thank you so much.
No problem. That's what we're here for.
We're out there hustling. We're out there doing what we do. You know, so yeah, man. So it's going to be an exciting weekend, and we got so many other events planned out, man. We are
well, just
so
let us know. Let us know, and you know, if we can help out, we'll help out. But like I said, as long as we're not busy, we're not doing something else. We're busy all the time too. You know, tomorrow we got an event. It's gonna probably be over at 3 and 4 in the morning, and then me and my wife, we got to be in Galveston at 10 o'clock in the morning for another event. You know, so it's gonna be like a crazy weekend.
I gotta try and knock out 2 birds with 1 stone.
Absolutely, and anything I can do to help y'all and help y'all and join y'all, man, let me know, and I'll make, you know, I'll do my best to get over here and help you guys out and talk about whatever topic you guys are talking about. Talk about any artists.
Well, like I said, right now we're talking about the names and the Tejano groups, and you know, the king and the queen and all that kind of stuff. So
I kind of threw a curveball,
you know,
out there, right?
It's okay.
So I'll leave it at this because I'm gonna go out to support another promoter out there, Squeezebox Promotions. But yeah, I think that it's up for grabs, man. For real, you know. I think that my opinion before I leave here, Joe Lopez, well deserved. Of course, you know, with everything else, I think it's well deserved for him to be called the king of Tejano music right now.
Yeah, because and it's always been who's the king. Yeah, I think me personally, I think Joe Lopez is. Little Joe, like I said, he's the king of the brown South. You know, he said it himself. This is what I am. I don't. He don't consider himself Tejano. He considers himself Chicano music.
Yeah.
And if you look at his book, if you read his book, it says it even in there. I am Chicano music.
Are you able to put a survey out there on your Facebook?
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we've done it before. Yeah, we've done it before. But I mean, it's just stuff that we talk about. Sometimes you bring it up. You know, we do a podcast. You know that we do, and we bring it up, and trust me, every time we put it out there, it gets some good response on the podcast. You know, people love to listen to that. They love to listen, see what's going on. You know, so but that's why I was bringing. Because like I said, they posted it on Facebook. You know, and we get a bunch of stuff from there. We know that we can talk about.
But it's so sad that we always, for all on that to be so versatile.
Yes.
That we are always at each other's throats, or we're envious, or we don't want to help someone because we're afraid that they're going to be better than us, or whatever. The sad thing is we're so versatile. What other genre can play blues, jazz, rock, cumbia, norteño, you name it, tropical, in one set? Try seeing, do you ever see George Strait playing the blues and jazz and all of that? No. Could he play a cumbia? He doesn't do them on shows. We're so versatile. And it's so sad because we have so much to offer. And you get every genre in one set. And,
And I believe that that's why we don't have a Tejano radio station, because we settle for hip-hop, reggaeton, cumbia, norteño. So we don't really fight for Tejano music because we're satisfied with hip hop. We're satisfied with, because we're like you said, we listen to everything.
We do.
We can play anything.
Yes, exactly.
You put us on stage, well, not me personally. But you put someone talented on stage, and he can play country, cumbia, salsa, Tejano. And that's why we don't have a Tejano station. It's because...
Well, we did have a Tejano station, but Univision bought us out because I was working at Super Tejano 108.
Right.
Gaga, sister stations, you know. And they started giving out the pink slips once they took over, you know. So they changed the format. So, we just got pushed aside. But if you remember the history of Gaga, they were on the radio station for an hour playing the music, and then it went to 2 hours, and then went to 3 hours, so it's got a lot of history. And if you were a true listener and a follower back in the day, then you would know the roots. I mean, they started with 1 hour
of course.
show,
of course.
and then they got big.
So again, then after that, it was all day.
That was the best time, in the 90s. It was the best time.
It was sad when I listened to the last live hour of Kakuka, and that was Homie Marco, and I forgot who else was with him, and they were live at Hullabaloo's, and that was their last. After that, they were cut.
Yep. Competition.
Yeah,
that's what comes down. Competition.
Paul Ibarra still has that whole set, and he's the one that showed it to me.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right though. We went from 1 hour to 2 hours, to 3 hours to 4 hours.
Yeah.
I think if we had a bilingual radio station in the morning, we would be number one. Mega 101 was number one in 2005, and that's because they were bilingual. If we had a bilingual radio show, morning show, we would be number one.
So many radio stations have tried to bring Tejano back. There's just no support for it.
Well, that's because they don't listen. They don't listen to advice from grassroots people that are not in the business. You need to do it Tejano y más. You cannot be puro Tejano. If you're puro Tejano, you're not gonna make it. You need to be Tejano y más. You need to play freestyle. You need to play cumbias. You need to play norteño with the format of so as long as we keep it straight Tejano, and then we could add on cumbia. We could add on. We will be conjunto. We will be number one. But you want to say puro Tejano? Come on, how many puro Tejano stations have we had and they haven't made it? They last 3 months and that's it.
Yeah.
And by FCC regulations, we should, and I know these things because I've studied them. Because I've been trying to bring the Tejano station back to Houston. You have to have already, by FCC regulations, you have to have enough funds there to supply your staff 3 months in advance with funds. You already need to have that. you cannot, by FCC regulations, just start a radio station and leave them without pay. You need to have your staff paid for it ahead of time, and you need to actually represent the community, the constituents that you represent. So we've looked into it. It's just that people don't listen. They want to do it puro Tejano, puro Tejano. It ain't gonna work like that. It ain't gonna work like that. You know? Come on, keep talking about puro Tejano, or it ain't gonna work.
All right.
But anyway, thank you so much for having me here.
No problem. No problem.
Yes, I'm gonna go out there and support a Tejano club. They say, well, Jose Vega never goes to Tejano club. Okay, well, I always prove them wrong.
Oh, so you're gonna go prove them wrong.
Even if I go in there for 15 minutes, I pay my fine, walk in and walk out. At least I paid.
There you go. You were there.
It showed your face. It showed your
Even when I
face.
promote the club, I still pay.
We do too.
You know,
We
you
pay.
know what I'm saying?
We
That's
pay.
what it should be, 'cause the
We
band
say that
should
all
get
the
paid.
time.
Yeah, we pay. We buy the merchandise.
We buy the merchandise.
Yeah.
Support the
We
people.
buy the merchandise. We support the artists. We got to support the venues. We got to support the artists. You know, if we get in for free, you know, then we're you know, stealing from the band. You know, they're not making their
They're not
cut.
making
You know,
their
so
money.
yeah, no, we pay.
They can't say that we never pay, because we always do.
Yep.
We always do.
So if you can pay $80 to go see Bon Jovi, then why can't you pay
Yes.
$25 to go see David Lee?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
that's oh, my puppy.
All right.
All right, brother. Thank you so much.
No problem, brother. Thank you, man. All right.
SCP Radio, gracias.
Thank
Nice,
you.
brother.
Be careful going out.
Oh, yes. The driveway's so dark.
All right. All right. Well, we got two great interviews. You know, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. You know, we had a good show. We'll see you again next Friday. Yeah, we have a show next Friday. Yeah, next Friday we have a show, and we'll be back with some more music and more stuff to talk about. You know, on the radio station. But yeah, that was the topic today. You know, who is the king of Tejano music? And I think, you know, I say Joe Lopez. You know.
Leave your comments behind. Let us
Yeah,
know
leave your comments behind what you think. You know, and let us know, and maybe we'll talk about it again, because I mean, there's, you know, you got the king of Tejano music. What they're saying is, you know, Joe Lopez, or Little Joe, the Príncipe of Tejano music, which is David Olivares, or Chavalón, which is he's given his name, and then you got La Princesa de Tejano music, which I've always known as Jennifer Peña. You know, so there's no dispute on that one right there, and then we got the Conjunto and all that. So leave your comment behind. See what tell us. You know, see what it's about, and maybe we'll see the comments on our page, and then we'll talk about it the following weekend, and we'll go from there. All right. Once again, your boy DJ Fluffy, the King of the Airways, along with the divas here. You know, and we'll see y'all next week. Bye bye.
This is your boy, Light Jockey Mike, and I just wanted to thank you for supporting SCP Radio. That's the end of our show, but please be sure to check us out on SpaceCadetPro.com, where you will be able to watch our videos, find and like all of our social media accounts, and chat with us. While you are there, click on the radio tab, where you will be able to see the show schedule and all of the different ways to reach us. You can also listen to us from there if you are on a PC or laptop. Thanks again, and remember, we are the future in entertainment.